I think that's the only guy to beat me to Dorinthia Mare in Hong Kong, now that I think about it. Yeah, I remember that very vividly. And on the right, we have Kevin. His name is Kevin4. All right, so let me adjust those things. So, yeah, Nathan, you could just talk for a bit while I set all this up. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Since
So,
you're a Briar player, and I'm sure you've played against the Kano once or twice, right?
Oh yeah. So the Briar player won the die roll. I would like to assume that they're gonna elect to probably go first, given that Briar has no null rune except for the skull cap. Because if not, then that's just free damage that Kano can go. So that's gonna be the most important thing. Is we do have a Sonata that came off the top. And then now we have a captain's call. It's going to create the embodiment of lightning. With that being said, that means that he's probably elected +2 on the captain's call, going into an E strike. And he could draw a card here. He might have just pushed the full 9, which is never bad. 9 damage on 1 card. All right, so just forcing enough cards out of Kano's hand to make sure that he can't do any damage first turn. Never a bad place. Put that card in arsenal, set up. All right, so Kano really wants to just push as much damage as possible with there not being any null rune. It makes job a lot easier on the Kano because it really doesn't have to sit there and plan his moves out because he knows that everything's going to hit until that skull cap becomes live, and then there's actually some decisions to be weighing.
We got a Sonic
So this
Boom
will be a
coming
quick
in.
game. Yep, Sonic Boom hit. So we got Chain Lightning off the top, never bad.
All right, I'm almost done setting up everything. They got into the round much faster than I expected. This is round 2.
All right, we got
Okay,
a Sonata
yeah,
that did hit.
it's all set up now. All right.
I'm sorry, it did not hit. It was 3 attack actions. So the Sonata that missed. That requires shuffle on the deck. However, it's not a complete waste because that's 1 step closer to the embodiment of lightning, which is never a bad thing. He does have the nimblism in hand that I can see, so that will of course create an embodiment of lightning, guarantee that go again. There it is.
Ball lightning coming in here.
We have a lightning.
Now, there are many, many, many ways to build Kano in CC, and I'm gonna be okay. So he's running Blazing Aether in his deck. That makes sense in CC. So it's a card you don't actually see too often in Blitz, since the Fork Lightning Stir Forked can get you over the line generally in Blitz.
Right.
We got a block with I think that's a Reverberate.
We got the Rabble on top that did the damage, and then he's going to save 1 for Arsenal.
Right. So Kevin is getting embodiments, which I'm guessing is going to be completely useless. I would not actually be surprised if Ching Fung actually took out Nourishing Emptiness in general. If he knew his opponent is not running AB, like he wouldn't even run Nourishing probably.
Right, because you just throw all the armor at it and you're good.
We got a Tome of Fendel from the arsenal, healing up basically back to full. Now, that did take up his action point, so he's basically going to have to play blind off the top here. Looks like he's got an Aether Flare on the top. Very nice to see.
If it's red, that's good.
Yep. Can't tell the pitch color, but with the Crucible, this is going to hurt a bit. Looks like he's taking it down to 31, so that was a blue Aether Flare. Unfortunately, he did not have anything to follow up with. That's okay. The Kano is still in a pretty good position here.
It's definitely the start he wanted for sure.
Yeah, he's looking pretty right now. I have a feeling that Kano is going to catch a lot of people off guard this weekend without AB. And
I remember I played one in our nationals, and it almost got me. I think I ended the game on 2 health against my Briar deck, so it's definitely got potential if you're not ready for it. We got a Gorgonian Tome. The draw card's never bad. And then Sting of Sorcery into a CNC that has Go Again, which is exactly what you want to see if you're the Briar player.
Now, we actually didn't see what he arsenaled, but it looks like he's going to block here. So he's probably wants to keep his arsenal. Okay, block for 6 there. 2 and 2 at the end of this combat chain with the tunic, very efficient. So
that's what it's there for.
Ching Fung's Kano is going to drop down to 24 here. Looks like we have some lag. I don't know if it's me or if it's the venue. Oh no, looks like we're back. Looks like we're okay. A little bit of hiccup there. We apologize for the quality of the stream. Right now, we're kind of working with the internet that the venue's got, basically. All right, so it looks it's Kano's turn right now.
And it did hit.
Okay, so this is the third Sonata, huh? Wow.
Yep, that's the third Sonata. The first 2 did miss, but he did hit the third, which is always...
Something interesting is that something that you may not even consider is that Kano actually has Arcane Barrier built into his equipment. So if he wanted to, he could actually quite efficiently block all this Arcane if he wanted to. But it looks like the Plunder Run is going to present quite a threat here. So I don't think he's going to pitch to block any Arcane here. Looks like the
interesting because the Briar player has access to 3 Plunder Runs. One that he's already played, and then 2 more Plunder Runs in hand. So we know right now that 1 will definitely make its way into Arsenal for sure.
Yep.
And then 1 could
perhaps
be used
to pitch
if he needs them. Yep.
Oop. Looks like he's going to block with that card since it was already revealed. I've played against Ching Fung's Kanos many times when I was in Hong Kong, and he was one of the... There are many, many very, very strong Kano players in Hong Kong. However, not many of them transitioned into building CC decks. So it's very interesting that Ching Fung took his Blitz deck and made it into a CC deck. I'm actually very, very intrigued to see how this plays out. Looks like he took the damage there, which got
I thought
draw.
That was very interesting. I thought that was very interesting because the way that, because he has a Lightning Surge, a Plunder Run, and another card in his hand, and so that obviously means the Kano player really loves his hand right now. So another line of play would have been to play another Plunder Run and then the Lightning Surge, and then force a block or another draw, and then you could have Snapdragon the Lightning Surge and kept going.
I mean, he has an Aether Flare in hand. It looks like this is going to be Reverberate to start things off. Into a Lesson.
Lava is never bad.
Yeah.
So we assume that the last card in hand is a blue, and it's a blazing.
Oh.
That's
okay. So this is going to be 8 damage tacked onto here at the end here, 7 or 8.
Yeah, I think the reverberate's 2 or 3, pumped by 1, then yeah, should be 7 or 8.
Yep. Whew. Good turn. And now, looks like it was 7 damage there. And Kano has taken the life lead, and he still has his Storm Striders. This could be rough. Now, Kano still has to find a way to end the game, but I don't think that's going to be too hard, considering he still has Storm Striders. Although right now the skull cap is live at 13, so that's something to consider here. That does make the math a little bit harder. Ching Fung just confirming that plunder run was from Arsenal. Looks like he's going to elect to take 5 damage here, which gives Kevin a card draw. Yeah, he might be looking to get both players very low, send a round of damage at Kevin, and then when Kevin tries to strike back, hit him with the Storm Strider combo here.
Yeah, I think when he took the damage from that first attack with the plunder run, I think he's committing to just turning off the opponent's skull cap and really making a move here.
Yep. He's probably going to see if he can get him down to maybe 4 or 5, and then he can probably finish him off with the Storm Striders. That card has been in Arsenal for quite a long time, so I'm wondering what it is.
He defended it from a CNC, right? So it's obviously important.
Yep. Ching Fung is very lucky that the Tunic is not on 3. If the Tunic was on 3, that Lightning Surge probably would have been Arsenaled, and he would have tacked on 2 and 2 damage here. Depending on what the last card is. That looked like it was a Force of Nature, maybe? Not a little bit hard to see. So we know that Ching Fung has used 2 Blazing Aethers already. So 13 health. I mean, to do double-digit damage in a turn generally requires Stir the Aether Wind, Aether Flare, or a Blazing Aether. So let's see here. Looks like it's not an easy.
For the Storm Striders, so that makes things a little bit easier. So.
Yep, it does. However, he doesn't have an energy potion or anything on the field. So using the Metacarpus node is going to be kind of complicated to do. Looks like he's going to pop off here.
There it goes.
Looks like he's pitching for his Storm Striders. Metacarpus node into Crucible. Pumped up Aether Flare for 5. Oh, man, for 5. If he has like a snapback or something, this is going to be... This could be game here. That Aether Flare hits for 5. His next attack is pumped up by 5. I'm guessing he has some instant speed. There's the snapback. That is going to be 8 damage there. If that's a red snapback, he is dead. He cannot... Look, Ching Fung manipulated the health perfectly there. Wow. Wow.
And he's still under.
Wow.
He's still under for the skull cap to be off.
That is...
What a great...
That was a masterful kill there.